Though Adam and Eve had lost their Eden home, their case was not altogether hopeless. The angels of God were sent once more to visit the fallen pair. They told them that though they could no longer remain in their holy estate, the Son of God had been moved with pity as he beheld their helpless condition. He had volunteered to bear the punishment due to them. He would die in their place. Through faith in the atonement he would make, man might yet live. Through Christ a door of hope was opened. Man would not be left under the absolute control of Satan. Probation would be granted. Through repentance and faith in the sacrifice of the Son of God, he might be redeemed. Obedience, once broken, could again be accepted through the merits of another. When Adam understood how sacred and exalted the law of God was, that its transgression required so costly a sacrifice, his anguish increased. He and Eve pleaded to die themselves. Let them bear the penalty. Let them perish, rather than that heaven's honored commander should suffer because of them. But they were told, even an angel's life could not pay the debt. The law of Jehovah, the foundation of his government in heaven and on earth, was as sacred as God himself. The Father could not abolish or alter one precept of his law. Only the Son of God, who had created man, could make an atonement acceptable to heaven. Adam was then shown the future, from his expulsion to generations yet unborn, from increasing violence and corruption to the coming of the flood, and then the first advent of Christ. He saw that the love of God would lead the Son to take human nature. Through his humiliation, he would elevate all who believed in him. Such a sacrifice would be sufficient to save the whole world, yet only a few would accept its terms. Adam saw crime increase, guilt deepen, violence multiply. The curse rested more heavily upon man, upon beast, and upon the earth. Moral, mental, and physical degeneracy would mark the race. Sin, the transgression of the law, would bring misery of every kind. Yet amid the corruption, there would always be a few who preserved the knowledge of God, who remained unsullied amid prevailing wickedness. Hope would not be extinguished. The days of man would shorten. Strength would diminish. Understanding would fade. Many would become incapable of comprehending the mystery of redemption. Yet Christ, true to his purpose, would continue his interest in fallen humanity. If they would hide their weakness in him, he would supply all their need. Then came the first sacrifice. According to God's instruction, Adam was to offer a lamb. It was a painful ceremony. For the first time, he would witness death. His hand must take life, life that only God could give, and offer it because of sin. As the innocent victim bled, writhing in agony, Adam saw more than an animal. He saw, by faith, the Son of God who would one day die for man. He knew that if he had remained steadfast, no beast would have died, no human would have perished. The death of that innocent lamb gave him a deeper understanding of his transgression. Nothing less than the death of God's dear Son could expiate his guilt. Yet within that sacrifice was a star of hope. Every offering would point forward to the great and perfect sacrifice to come. In the beginning, the head of each family would serve as priest of his household. As the race multiplied, men of divine appointment offered sacrifices for the people. The blood of beasts was to remind sinners of the blood of the Son of God. The penalty of sin was death. But faith looked forward to redemption. Without the atonement of Christ, there could be no blessing and no salvation. God was jealous for the honor of his law. Before sin, Adam had enjoyed direct communion with his Maker. After transgression, God would communicate with man through Christ and through angels. Life outside Eden had begun. It would be marked by toil, by suffering, but also by sacrifice, faith, and promise. The plan of redemption was now woven into human history. Blood would speak of mercy, altars would speak of hope, and heaven would not cease its pursuit of man. Next time, Cain and Abel.